Yeah, LaShante told me about that. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Judge from the
Hello.
jail. We're going to do G Thal first. She does need the Hmong interpreter. I heard you mention that.
Yep.
And I have Leonard and Chapman standing by right outside the door, so we'll be able to knock a couple out pretty quick.
All righty.
I'll come back when I see an unknown name. I'm going to speak up. Somebody is off my screen. Is that our interpreter? I don't know.
Not
I can't.
see any interpreter on here. We just have Ashley, me, Judge, and then jail video, which I'm assuming is you,
That is.
Miss Holton, and then the KCK Municipal Court. So I think we're waiting on an interpreter. But
Okay.
We are.
if you want us to start with one of the other ones first, we can get moving on that one, and then when the interpreter shows,
That's true.
it's up to you. I'm six and one half dozen the other.
You are so smart, Ray.
Don't tell anybody else that. I don't want people to start telling me that, and then it'll start going to my head.
Okay, Judge, up to you.
Dominic is
Yeah,
double
I'm good
checking
with
on the
whatever.
interpreter.
Uh, um, let's roll with Sheila Leonard. Then I'll just throw that out.
All right.
Okay. Sheila
Okay.
Leonard.
Yep. Need you to step over, Ms. Leonard. You'll be back. You'll be back. Wait. Doesn't matter. You need to just move right there. Your interpreter is not here. No interpreter. All right, Judge, we're going to go with Ms. Leonard. Here we go.
Okay. So what are we doing with Miss Leonard?
I'm good. How are you, Your Honor?
Good. How are you?
I'm blessed and highly
Ray, is this one
favored.
of yours? Are they all yours?
Judge, they're all going to be mine today.
Okay.
Well, unless somebody knocks on the door and says they represent somebody else, but my understanding is the rest of these will be mine.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to have me tell her what her charges are, or if you
Okay.
want.
I didn't know if she had already been. Okay, Miss Leonard, looks like you're charged with make sure I don't. Okay. 3 counts of petty larceny and 1 count of trespassing. One of your petty larceny charges was at 720 Minnesota, and all three of the others are at 10824 parallel, which I believe is Walmart.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you have a public defender here as your attorney. So Ray, have you talked to Miss Leonard yet? Do you need to go to a breakout room?
No, Your Honor, we're going to want to have a breakout room
Okay.
up so I can visit with that. That's going to be the case with all of my clients today.
Sure. Okay. Let's go ahead and get you in a breakout room and let us know when you're done.
Sounds great. Is the breakout room already been established?
Court will set it up. You should have a pop-up here shortly.
Right. That's what I thought. There we go. All right.
Got it.
Miss Kathleen,
Yes.
would you answer the phone?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, I'll call you right back.
Mm. Hello. Hello. Oh, shoot.
Judge,
Yes,
we're
sir.
ready whenever you are.
All righty. What do we want to do?
Well, Your Honor, as you'll see in the case, she has two matters where she's on probation for, and a motion to revoke that probation has been filed by Ms. Holton, who's on the docket here this afternoon.
Okay.
The city and I have agreed to reach an accord in this matter. The attorney recommendation is for my client to plead guilty to one count of petty larceny. On the new charge, and that is ticket number ending in 1610. City will dismiss the trespassing charge with the ticket ending in 1611. There will be $300 in fines, costs of $23.50, for a total of $323.50. My client would have to take a checkmate class. She'd have an underlying jail sentence of 30 days. And she would be on probation for 6 months, and she'd have to show up on probation, and she's not to return to 10824 Parallel Parkway during the course of her probation. Judge, in addition to my client pleading guilty to that, the city has agreed to dismiss the older cases and close those cases out. I've advised my client that she has the right to a trial, the right to the assistance of counsel, the right to cross-examine witnesses, the right to remain silent, the right to use the power and process of the court to compel the production of any evidence, including any attendance of any witness in her favor, as well as the right to appeal if she were to take the case to trial and lose. She's indicated to me she wants to waive those rights. She's also agreed that she's doing this of her own free will, and nobody's forcing or coercing her to make this guilty plea today.
Okay, Miss Leonard, you heard what your attorney had to say. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you wish to enter into that agreement today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll accept your plea, and enter the plea of guilty on that one count. And, so do we have a date for her set up to check in with probation?
Uh, Your Honor, let's go with May 15th, Thursday at 10 o'clock.
Okay. So Miss Leonard, when you get out, which should be today, well, unless you have other holds.
I do,
you're-
Your Honor.
You do? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Platte
if you're,
County,
where?
Platte County, sir.
Okay, if you're out by May 15th, you need to check in with probation at 10 o'clock on May 15th. You understand that?
Yes, sir, I do. Thank you.
Okay.
Judge, may I inquire briefly, Miss
Yes.
Leonard, do you know how long you'll be in Platte County?
I do not know. All I know is I have a full extradition to Platte County. I don't even know what that means.
Okay, is that for a felony or a misdemeanor case? Do you
It
know?
is, I accepted 5 years probation and I couldn't get to Lenexa, Kansas, the first place I was supposed to go report. So I just didn't report at all.
Okay,
That's
so,
what it's a PV. It's probation violation. It should be, sir.
and what is your underlying sentence in that case?
I accepted 5 years, 30 on 30 if I did well, and it could have been just 2 years. And that's what I remember.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and leave it on May 15th then, Your Honor, and I guess Ms. Holton will let us know if she doesn't show up, and then we'll check to see if she's still in the Platte County Jail.
Gotcha. I think that's a good idea.
If she's not there, court will issue a warrant, and then she'll just be brought back.
Okay, so you understand all that?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so if you're out on the 15th, you need to make sure you're up here checking in with probation at 10.
With
Otherwise,
bells on.
obviously, you can't control that, but good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. You have a wonderful day, sir.
You too.
Thank you.
Welcome. Don't see an interpreter yet. Is that correct, somebody?
That's
Yeah,
correct.
not yet. Dominic's still checking on that.
All right, that's fine. Ms. Chapman. Ms. Chapman. Here we go.
Who do we have here?
Mia Chapman.
Okay, Ms. Chapman, you're charged with interference with the law enforcement officer and trespassing. And I believe your attorney needs to speak with you in a breakout room, so we'll get that going
Okay,
and bring you back out, okay?
okay.
You should tell the gentleman with you to put you in the breakout room.
She said, yes, sir.
Understood. Talking to the defense attorney, he's gonna say something like,
All right, Mr. Probst, what would you like to do?
Your Honor, the city's made an offer to resolve this matter. I've discussed it with my client and she's willing to accept the plea offer. She's going to plead guilty to the trespass ending in 2313. City will discharge the interference charge ending in 2312. In exchange for that guilty plea, she will do 3 days in jail. She will be given credit for time served. Although it says refrain from negative law enforcement contact and not return to the location, she's not going to be on probation. She's completed everything. But ultimately, I've advised her that she has rights to trial, rights to the assistance of our office to review and prepare for that trial, the right to remain silent, the right to cross-examine witnesses, the right to appeal this case if she were to take it to trial. She's indicated that she wants to waive all of those rights in exchange for her plea of guilty today, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Chapman, you've heard everything your attorney said. Do you agree with all of that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll accept your plea, sentence you to 3 days, give you credit for time served, and you will be released today. Unless you have any holds, then you'll be taken wherever those holds are, but you will be released from Wyandotte County today.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too. I guess, Ms. Hutton, I forgot to ask you if that was your understanding, but I assume you would have piped in if if it
All right.
wasn't.
That's my understanding, sir. Also, our interpreter arrived, or at
Okay.
least
Oh, she is dialing in? Great.
she had, and now I can't see her.
Uh-oh.
I don't see a new name, but.
No, not yet.
Oh,
He's still working on it.
okay, sorry. I thought I saw a phone number.
You did, but he was just trying to see if they could get in, and they could, so he's trying to figure out why they're not on yet.
Makes sense to me.
So I guess we'll wait for the new, for them to come in.
Yeah.
A new pod.
It's- It's up to you all. It's up to
Or are are the rest of them in a different pod?
They are, Judge. I've got
Yeah,
two
no
on one
sense in
floor.
coming back.
Yeah, I'll do whatever you want me to
close.
do. I'm completely at y'all's disposal for the day.
You're good. If we're close, there's no sense in having you leave and come back, so.
That's what I'm relying on. Or I'll rely on y'all to indicate to me. She's coming in. She's coming on, logging in, apparently. After this, I'll just say for everybody, Christopher Wilson, Bryce Williams, be the next two, different pods, same floor. And I'll go ahead and tell you the two after that, just because Stephen Donnell, Donnell, William Daniels. They're a different, completely different floor, two different pods. So, okay, yeah. Everybody got that? I'll read it back if anybody needs it.
No, and it's actually, I know Mr. Donnell, and his name is Steven, not Stefan, just to let you know.
Okay.
Just in case you call him by his first name.
The Even. Okay.
No, it's still Stephen, but he goes by Steven Donnell.
Oh, okay. Fine. An interpreter. I'm back. Yep, she's coming. I'm told she's coming. Saw the interpreter dialing in. Sure. No, I can take. Okay.
think we have our translator.
Okay.
Are they here?
Is
I
the
can't
translator
see.
on?
I can't
See a
see.
phone number on there.
Yes, the phone number
Yep,
should be down.
hello?
Hello. Are you here to
Yes,
translate
this is
for
the
us?
translator.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right. And remind me, what was this client's name again?
I gotta look it up. Hold on.
I don't have
Her
the
name
doc
is
sheet.
G Thao, Thao, last name.
What was the first name?
Jee.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Jay. Okay. Okay, looks like we got quite a bit here. All right. So translator, can you, do you want to introduce yourself to Miss Tao first?
nhớ trong quý tôi thay luôn à, nó của
của nó
okay.
có hai đô bù lý hai tia ý là có của bù lý cho của nông nó bù nó cho của tờ nông nó bù nó
Yes, do you guys think I can go home today?
All right, well, we're going to try to resolve your cases right now, if we can.
Chị lựa sẽ có họ khi trong nhà nó.
có hai đô bù lý hai tia của tôi chi chào đó chi chào là tao là cho của lo cơ tru học nó
Yes, I didn't do anything wrong. I shouldn't even be here.
Okay, well, right now you're charged with, you have 3 failure to appear summonses, a trespassing, 3 urinating in public, 4 other trespassings, and a littering case.
Trên như hai tia có có qua lá nhỏ, như hai tia có mua được tiếc có chơi lựa chi có dùng mua tàu nó vậy lý có lựa chi có mua đó chỉ có mua này nhỏ, chỉ có mua đỡ này chỉ có họ mua có cho thì on này chỉ có họ mua cho gì đâu bị, chỉ có cho thì bé này chỉ có họ mua bỏ kinh nhớ đâu bị thế nào này ạ.
cú chỉ tao mua là tao khó chơi và nên chỉ bỏ mua cú chỉ mua tao có chỉ mua cú chỉ tao cho gì khó tụi tao có chỉ mua cú chỉ tao có khi nhé khó tụi tao có chỉ mua cú chỉ tao ở tao có cú chỉ tao cú bù lý chủ tao có sao hay tao có cho khó tiền cú chỉ tao ở tao có nữa.
Yes, I haven't trespassed anywhere. I have not urinate in public or I have not littered anywhere.
Okay. Mr. Probst, is this one you need to speak at breakout room as well?
Absolutely,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, they're gonna open up a breakout room here in a second. If you can tell her to tell the person at the jail that they're putting her in a breakout room, and then I'll need the interpreter to go into the breakout room as well. So there, you should get a pop-up that says enter the breakout room.
Understood. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay. This is the interpreter. Did you want me to tell her that?
Yeah,
No.
just tell her to tell the person there at the jail that they're gonna put her in a breakout room, because otherwise they won't know to look at the screen unless he's looking at it now.
Chị là hai tia có say nó là một cái cho hơi lu breakout room này ạ. Chị có hai tia nhìn nhá bị con à, hai tia là một cái cho lu breakout room này chị là một cái cho hậu này client nó có thả tao mà.
It looks like they might already be over in there. So if you wanna, you should have a pop-up as well to go into the breakout room.
I'm not sure because I used I'm calling on a phone, a
Oh,
cell
okay,
phone,
I don't know
and
how that
yeah.
works. Can we put her into the breakout room, or does she have to? Oh, there we go. Looks like.
No, I put her in there, so.
All right, thank
So don't get all overexcited about it. It's easy for me to say.
All right, what are we gonna do?
I think we're still waiting for the interpreter to get back into the
Oh,
room.
shoot, yeah.
Tụi nè lao có tụi sao ra. Tụi nè lao.
I hope she didn't disconnect.
Yeah.
Because she's on the phone, sir, I think we're gonna have to bring her back in.
Mm-hmm. I don't have the ability to do that.
And it,
She's not here. She probably disconnected.
Uh-oh.
Can you get a hold of Dominic and see if he
Yeah.
can get her back?
Yes, I will.
Nothing's easy.
Có tụi sao ra. Có tụi sao ra. Của hai con à.
I'll be right back while we're waiting on that.
Good.
Judge, they're going to go try to call Propio back to get her back.
Yep.
I see we're still waiting on her.
Yes, Mr. Probst, but Mr. Genowick is calling Propio back. So hopefully they will be back on Toot Suite.
Excellent. Gracias.
Judge, I'm going to step in. Are we closing this out or are we waiting on the interpreter to come back?
Sorry, sir, we're waiting for the interpreter to show up.
That's fine. Just wanted to make sure, not a rush or anything. We're all sitting here, so that's fine.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Do we have an update on the interpreter?
No, I'll check with Dominic. One moment.
Okay.
Okay, Judge, I'm interrupting. Something I can work with you on?
Oh, no, I was just asking the clerk if they had an update on the interpreter.
Okay.
I didn't want you to have to jump to a different pod and have to come back, but if that's gonna be quicker, if we don't know, when we're gonna get the interpreter back.
You know, I appreciate that. Oh, I'm sorry. I appreciate that understanding, but I'm here for you guys. So
All right,
if you want me to bundle up and move on or wait, I will. Just give me a direction.
sure. Let's just see what the clerk says here in a second and
Okay.
go from there.
That's the judge. Damned if I can pronounce his name. Part-time.
Judge,
Yes.
they're having issues getting back the translator, so you wanna, I don't know what you wanna do with her,
Okay.
but just,
Yeah, we can move on to the other ones. I just don't know if we want to, what the policy is there at the jail for holding on to her until the end, maybe if we can still get them.
That's what I was gonna suggest, is why don't we just have her go back to her cell or whatever, and then we'll look to see if the interpreter shows up, and then we can just go back and try it again.
Sure. I'm good with that. You're muted still.
I'm sorry, sir.
So what we're gonna do, they're still having a hard time getting the interpreter, so we want to move on so we can get the rest of them
Yep.
going. I don't know if
Krista-
you guys need to take her back to her cell and
Yes,
if
they
we can
will.
if we can get the interpreter back on by the end, then I guess we can try to come back to her.
Just somebody let me know as we finish up with people and I
Okay.
can easily come in.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Next up is going to be Christopher Wilson, single pod, different floor. So I'll be back when I
Okay.
get there.
yeah, what Ashante is saying is that the other interpreters their phones aren't connecting properly, like when they press the button, so they're trying to get somebody that can actually connect.
Gotcha.
Who did he say was gonna be up? Wilson?
Yes, sir, Christopher Wilson.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Pardon me, Judge, Christopher Wilson is here.
All righty.
Hello?
Mr. Wilson, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have been charged with manufacture, delivery of drug paraphernalia, trespassing, possession of drug paraphernalia, and then another trespassing. You have the public defender here. They're gonna put you in a breakout room with him, and he'll discuss your case with you.
When was this?
Tell the gentleman there that they're gonna put you in a breakout room.
Okay.
But tell the gentleman there at the jail, they're gonna put you in a breakout room.
Breakout room, yeah. You say okay.
All right.
Put you in with your public.
Hey, Judge, we have the interpreter back.
All right, I saw that. I think this is the only person on this floor, so we'll see
Yeah.
if we can jump right back to her.
Okay.
Speak up from that.
Okay.
Done this duty.
All right. What are
Judge,
we gonna do here?
yeah, we have an agreement between the parties. Mr. Wilson's agreeing to plead guilty to one count of trespass and one count of possession of paraphernalia. In exchange for that, he will agree to pay $100. The city will dismiss all remaining charges. No time, no additional jail time. And that's it. He's been advised of his rights to trial, the right to the assistance of counsel, the right to cross-examine witnesses, the right to appeal. He's giving up all of those rights in exchange for pleading guilty today, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Wilson, you heard what your attorney just said. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you wish to plead guilty today to that
Yes,
count
sir.
of trespass and paraphernalia?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Hutton, that's your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll accept your plea and enter finding of guilty on those two counts. So you'll be released today, unless you have any holds, then they'll come pick you up, but
Yeah, Your Honor, if you could set a payment date out about
Yeah,
90 days. He's trying to figure out what's going to happen with him because he does have a parole hold. He doesn't know if he's going to have to go back or not, but if you'll give him 90 days to make that payment, that would be great.
all right, Mr. Wilson, I'm gonna give you Friday, August 1st at 1 p.m. That's a payment date. If you've paid your fines, you don't need to show up. They'll know that you've paid. If you haven't paid everything by then, you'll need to show up and just let the court know why and request more time.
Okay.
All right?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Good luck to you. Just check it. We're done there, Judge.
Yep, and while you were in the breakout room,
Okay.
are they still on? Yeah, looks like
Yes,
we
the
got the
interpreter's
interpreter
still there.
back on. If you're able to go see Miss Tao again.
Back to G Thou. I'm on the way.
All right, thank you.
You bet. Okay, Judge, and all, Miss Dow is back.
All right.
Interpreter, are you ready? Interpreter, are you ready?
they're still on here.
Well, I see the phone.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, do you hear me now? I'm the Hmong interpreter.
Okay. We're back here with Miss Tao. Are you the one that was on here before?
No,
Okay.
I'm a different interpreter.
Okay. I don't know if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to Miss Tao before we start.
Sure. nhớ rằng cũng không may nói quyết định sai lùa có huli già.
Cú lớn bây giờ chỉ thọ có từ sai lô trước cũ trẻ có hai từ cho nó có hai từ nửa tia còn nửa cho cũ tại không cho nó nó.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Miss Tao saying that she would like to please to see if you're able to release her today.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Interpreter, thank you for that. I'm her attorney and I'm just gonna start telling the court what to do here. So just start interpreting what I'm gonna say, okay?
Okay, sure.
All right. Judge, at this point, I've had the opportunity to meet with my client.
Ini ko hadia hai to tu ti blo dia no na ni ko ma lu ching cha to than đó có ya ni tu ni na wa ni che che tro na na.
My client has advised me that she's not willing to accept the plea offer that has been offered by the state or by the city.
Then ko hadia ni ya tu che che tro ko ya tu hadia ko chi sa college si lon de lu sing na ko chi ba pa ja e the li sa ko hai tu na na.
Last time that we were here, Mr. Lilich was the attorney handling the case.
Jota lo nó na che sa ra tu na ko na che tu hu Mr. Will na ya tu tu kho có trong plan de nó.
And my understanding, reading my notes, is that he had a very difficult
Cho
time
nên tôi đã chỉ có hai từ nửa tia cho
the
nên tôi đã chỉ nên tôi là cú chỉ mất trong bao thứ nào.
All right. Ask her to go ahead and wait until her attorney's done, and then she can speak if she needs to.
Okay, có tội tiếp theo nó cái nó lỡ thả ta cái cho có thí lợi nó chỉ có mà hai nó có mà thả nó có tội nữa.
So
Okay, all right.
in my review of the notes, it indicated that they had a difficult time communicating.
Thì này có tiền li họ qua này nhận đến đó là chỉ cho họ hay tiền như rồi họ kể sĩ cho lùi sĩ tao tao.
Judge Ryan was unwilling to let her out last week and thought that he would review it this week again to see if we were able to communicate more effectively with Ms. Tao.
Thì từ cái sẽ bao họ just right nó cũng chỉ tao sao để cho nên nó mấy sau là dễ thâu nó có lúc anh thì ta là nó chỉ thì li nó chỉ muốn chơi sửa đồ lúc anh thì nó nè.
Ms. Tao continues to
nông nói lưỡi gì á?
Ms. Tao continues to communicate to me that she is not willing to accept the plea and would like to request release from jail today.
Thì nên nó dễ có cô cho tù hay tiệt có cô chỉ có cô chỉ cái vô khó lấy xin đó chỉ có sạc cái nên nó long đua hay đôi sạc có sạc cái cho có hậu tại hậu chỉ cần quan nó.
She is asking to have the opportunity to be released so that she can come into our office and review the evidence that she has.
Dễ thao cô hay tiệt này cô
Lâu
nó
bata tại
Ừ.
lo bận tại rồi lo ổn tệ bận tại chỉ nông nói có hai lưỡi vi lấy mà cho cũ đó.
So
Um,
she's asking to be released from jail so that she can have another court date to come back to and have the opportunity to review the evidence with her attorneys.
thì cô hai tia thì nó có cô hai chỗ hai tia có lỡ cho có thêm một lúc xin chào các một số cái chuyện tóm đỡ đùa cho nó.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Họ cũng chỉ mong đâu đỡ gì à.
What did she say?
Okay, she's saying that she doesn't have anything, any document to be reviewed.
Okay, what's the city's position on release?
Your Honor, the city doesn't have an objection to an OR bond at this time.
Okay. All right, interpreter, if you want to tell her that since the city doesn't have an objection, I'll grant her request for an OR bond, which means she'll be released today.
Okay, trên hai tia hầu lu nên nó trong nó là cô chỉ mua khó hai tia yêu có nên nó ga nhiệt thì là đã chỉ tôi chàng là do hai tia tôi chỉ nó trên nó là cho con nó nè.
Lỡ cho của nông đó.
So she will be released today, correct?
Yes, but I've been looking through the history of the case while her attorney was talking, and it looks like she has quite the history of failing to appear. So we're going to give her a new court date today, but she needs to make sure that she's in court, or if she gets another warrant, she may not be as lucky next time.
Okay, nếu hai tia do nó là cho con nó thì mà là cho xưa nó trong lý giá ta lo có pin thầu là hai tia có tên chỉ là hồ sản nó chỉ có pin chỉ tua nó chỉ là do xã có yếu chủ tàu ở đây lý tất chạy thật sự là có tua có yếu chủ tua nó nè lý do nó chỉ là do chỉ mua lu khi trả lý nó cho có lời nó nè.
Có hai đứa đưa tia nhớ thâu lo tao cũng chỉ tao sáu chỉ cũng chỉ tua nó ấy còn nè nhìn nó lo có hai đứa đưa tia cũng chỉ mua đắt gì ở lưỡi sao cũng giờ tua nó cũng chỉ mua đắt gì tua không nó.
Okay. Ms. Tao saying that the reason why she's not appear in court because she doesn't feel that she's guilty or have anything to do with. That's why she's not appear.
Okay, well, tell her that, she'll have a chance to defend herself in court against those charges if she feels she's not guilty, but she has to show up to court in order to do that.
Okay, trên hai tia do tia có xã tia có những tàu thầu đất chí nó chỉ có yếu chủ tàu nên nó tua mù chí lợi cho hậu sản nó ấy có yếu tàu tua hai tia thì thấy có tụ khen tia do có những chủ một cái thầu đất chí nó có yếu tàu tua hai có thì thấy có tụ khen có tàu có sản xuất thì cho con nó.
Tại vì nó cũng tới hai đứa đưa tia cũng chỉ mua đắt chi mà.
Okay, Miss Tao saying that at the moment, that's what she's saying right now. She says she's not guilty or she doesn't have anything, she doesn't do anything wrong.
Okay, and we understand that she's pleading not guilty, but if the city continues to go forward with these charges, which they are, she still has to set it for trial and show up to court in order to fight the charges. So we understand that she says she's not guilty, but she has to have trial and she has to keep showing up to court until that's done.
Okay, hai tia lấy tao hai tia có những chỉ thầu đó chị vì trong hai tia nhất trong hậu luôn trong nước sĩ thì nó lấy họ lấy tu hai tia lấy chỉ tao xé là chỉ có chủ tao tua mù tao sản như tia lấy hú có tua này chỉ có chủ tao tua mù hai tia thấy có tụ khen hai tia có những tua cả lấy bỏ thì có tua này sẽ lấy chỉ lý giải trong cọ nó nè.
Cũng chỉ mua đắt gì tua.
Okay, Ms. Tao saying that she doesn't have anything to be appear in court.
Okay, well, we're going to give her a new court date here today and so when she gets out, she has to make sure that she shows up to that court date or she'll get another warrant and she'll get picked up and put in jail again. Ray,
Okay.
how far out do you need to go?
Usually on these kinds of cases, Your Honor, the judge sets it up fairly short, so I would go either next Thursday or Friday.
Okay, I just didn't know if
Actually,
we needed
I'd
time to
go-
meet her in between.
No, because she won't know how to make an appointment with our
Yeah.
office anyway, so I would have her come in next Thursday at 8:30 AM.
What time?
8:30 AM.
Okay,
Does that work for the city?
Yes, 8:30 is fine.
okay. So tell Ms. Tao that we're setting her court date next Thursday, which is May 8th at 8:30 AM here in the municipal court.
Okay, chị chế thọ đời nó lỡ hậu sản hay tiền lỡ cu họ vừa tỉnh cái lúc xưa hơi có vừa tôi tao tuổi tôi chỉ lỡ nó nè
chị quyền hôn chị thọ
hả
có hai đứa nữ tiệc
Lâm luôn hả
của chị mua đã chị tôi thản đó là nó
Miss Jitao saying that she doesn't have anything to come to appear in the court to defend herself.
Your Honor, at this point, the city would withdraw the not objecting to an OR bond. It's pretty clear that unless Miss Tao is incarcerated, she will not show up.
Let me ask for some clarification from the interpreter. When she says she doesn't have anything, does she mean that she doesn't feel she needs to come to court or that she doesn't have anything that shows her innocence?
Chị thọ có hai tia có chúng ta chia tôi thả nó ya có hai tia có yếu tôi chỉ tao là ya hai tia có xã hai tia có yên ya có hai cái sai lý giả nó hai tia có thể chỉ cả tôi nó
cú chỉ mua đã chị thả cú lo lô mà ya tiệc cú chỉ mua đã chị thả thì cú chỉ to ya lo co
He's saying that Miss Jitao saying that her she means she have nothing to talk, so that's why she don't want to come or don't want to appear on that date.
She has nothing to what?
Nothing to talk about.
Okay. If I let her out today, is she going to be here next Thursday at court?
Chị từ chị đó thì hiện nay cho cái tờ nút nó là chị nút Thursday lúc chỉ làวันที่gìก็ปล่อยจากตัวเตาđể con nè thì gì muốn bé cho sẵn rõ nè.
có hai đứa nữ hai tiệc cú chỉ mua đã chị tôi thả cú chỉ to nó
Miss Jitao saying that she have nothing to talk and nothing to discuss, so she will not come in.
Okay. Well, then if she's telling me she's not going to be at court, then I'm going to deny the request for release. What do we need to set this for now?
Just set it for 8:30 in the morning and ask for a transport order on that Thursday.
Okay.
We still needed to try to
Sure.
resolve tickets.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll still set that on May 8th at 8:30 and we'll request a transport.
Interpreter, I do think you're going to need to explain to Miss Tao that she will not be released today.
Yeah.
Okay. Trên chị thọ chị là hai tia có giờ chỉ cả tôi chỉ đồ lúc chỉ là vấn tí gì thời gian bé cho giờ là cho có mùi có được chỉ bảo cho có một cái chỉ cho tôi là chị là giờ chỉ cho con nó nè.
còn lại cho cú nó cú chỉ mua đã chị chào đâu là còn lại chị chào là tao làm mất cú cao nó còn lại mất cú cho tại mua nó
Miss Jitao saying that she doesn't have anything to do with whatever the cause and she's not plead guilty, so please release her, she said.
Okay. Well, we have her court set May 8th, next Thursday at 8:30. She's going to remain in custody and we'll have her transported over for court.
Chị giờ linh đới là chị lấy cho cái nhóm để coi có sao đó nó lúc chỉ làวันที่gì nó thời gì một bé chơi là mà cho có một hộ sản đua cho cái một thả đua nữa nè.
có hai đứa lại tiệc cú chỉ chào đã chị chào là tao làm mất cú cao nó còn lại cho cú tại nó mua nó
Again, Miss Jitao saying that please release her because she do nothing wrong and don't put her in jail.
Okay, well, we've explained it to her, so we're gonna go ahead and move on. She'll be brought into court and she can explain it to the judge then if she still believes that she's not guilty.
Okay, cho nên điều do linh đó chỉ tiếp biệt khi có tám mươi mấy lời của chị xã có sự xí hơi lời do tao trả một lời tận đây chị cho nó đỡ mà thâu có lời mà lý tôi cho có một trò hậu sản có mà lý hay cho từ chế xịt lót xứ nó nè.
Có hai đứa nữa cho police hai tia đi à có cho cụ tại nó nó khó tia cụ chỉ sau đó chỉ sau là tao làm một cụ cao nó cho cụ tại nó một nó
I guess Miss House will say the same thing. She's saying that please release her. Yep, she did nothing wrong. She's not guilty.
Okay, we understand, but we're gonna go ahead and move on. Interpreter, thank you for your services.
You're welcome. Olinda nè. Bye bye. Thank you for using our
có hai
service.
đứa có hai đứa cho police có cho cụ tại nó chỉ sau là tao làm một cụ cao nó cũng chỉ sau đó chỉ đó.
Hey, Jim Doyle, can you hear us? Jim,
No, he can't hear us.
Jim?
Hello. Có hai đứa cho police cho cụ tại nó I'm trying. Let me go today.
Ray, is that for me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we're,
for you.
we're done with her, so we can,
Yeah, she's staying in custody until next Thursday. She needs to be
Okay.
transported over. We'll get those orders over to you and we're
Sure.
done with her
Understood.
today.
Well, we got that done. Bryce Williams will be next. Going to take me a little bit to get to him.
okay, thank you.
Pardon me, Judge, Bryce Williams is here. I think this before, I didn't tell you. Here we go. Sorry. And there we go.
All right, Mr. Williams, looks like you have one count of battery.
Yeah.
All right, you have the court-appointed attorney here. He's gonna go into a breakout room with you to discuss your case for a second. So let the gentleman
right.
there in the jail know that they're putting you in a breakout room.
Hey, they said they gonna put me in a breakout room. I think you heard me. I don't know his name.
Did he
Whatever that
step
is.
away? Oh, there he is. Okay.
Yeah, he right here.
All right.
Are you ready? Judge?
Yes.
All right, so I had the opportunity to visit with my client. At this point, he's asking for release today. He's resolved his matters over in Wyandotte County. He does have a hold out of Kansas City, Missouri, and they know that he knows he's got to go over and take care of that. But at this point, he would like the opportunity to review his file with our office and potentially prepare a defense. He's not, I know the city's offered diversion, but he feels uncomfortable entering into something until he has a chance to review everything. So we're asking for release today. He'll go over and take care of his KCMO stuff, and then he'll come back for court. So if you could set this out about 3 or 4 weeks for a court date, and then hopefully he'll get transported over to KCMO, have his stuff done over there, and he'll come back for court.
All right, what's the city's position?
Your Honor, the city doesn't oppose an OR bond at this point.
All right. So, Mr. Williams, I'll go ahead and grant your request for an OR bond. We'll give you a new court date. You need to make sure that you show up to court, stay in communication with your attorney. And as long as you show up to court, you won't end up with another warrant. How far you want to go out to next week on this one as well, Ray, or do you?
I'd like to go out longer than that in
Sure.
case it doesn't get released. If we could go out 30 days, that would be great.
Okay, yeah, I guess with the potential hold. Do you want to go on a Thursday or Friday, or do you care?
It's 6 and 1/2 dozen the other.
Okay, 8:30.
That'll be just fine.
All right. All right, Mr. Williams, I'm going to give you June 5th at 8:30. That's a Thursday. And that'll be in person here at the municipal court, okay?
All right. Thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome. Good luck.
When did you say that, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
June 5th.
8:30 a.m.?
Yep.
Thank you.
And moving on to Stephen Donnell, different floor, different pod.
Ashley, do you have the report on this one? I don't see that it's been uploaded for us yet.
And that was on,
Donnell. I'm only asking because the IMDS shows that this incident occurred at the Wyco ADC. So did that occur in our office? Is he accused of assaulting somebody in our office?
I will open it up and look right now to see what I can find. Because that might be a conflict there, sir.
Potentially. And I don't see that we even have the ticket in our system. So I'm gonna try to see if I can pull up the ticket here.
I just added it.
You added it to our thing
I did, yes.
here,
It
so.
says Laura Jones.
Okay,
It,
Okay.
it refers to a facility staff member, sir.
yeah, Laura Jones coupled with apparent ability and resulting in the. Okay,
I do have the police report, sir. Would you like me to forward that to you?
yeah, why don't you, if you don't mind?
Yes, sir.
Pardon me, Judge, we're gonna do Stephen Donnell. We are gonna have to do him through the door, so there will be no headphones. Hey, Judge, we're ready.
All right,
Here we go. Mr. Donnell, this is Casey K Municipal Court Judge. Just talk to him, answer your questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. Mr. Donnell, can you hear me?
Speak. Okay. He did say yes.
Okay.
Please
You
speak
have,
up.
what's that?
I was telling him to please speak up. Sorry, I did cut you off.
Okay, no, you're fine. So you're charged with one count of assaulting a person. You have the public defender here who would like to speak with you. So we're gonna put you into a breakout room real quick, and then you'll speak with your attorney, all right?
Assaulting who? Right, Doyle understands. Oh, what the hell happened? No. Beating, what happened?
Mr. Probst, did that find its way to you? Thank you.
Judge, we're ready.
And after Ray updates you, I'm moving on to the next person, William Daniels.
Okay, what are we doing, Ray?
He refused to talk to me. He apparently walked away from the door, bundled up in his bed and said, I'm done with this. So
Okay. So what do you want?
I'm gonna ask for an OR bond.
All right. Ashley, are you there?
No, sir. The city would object to an OR bond at this point.
Over my strenuous objection, Your Honor.
All right. I'll deny your request. What do you want to set it for?
I set it for next week's jail docket.
All right, we'll set it on next week's jail docket, which is going to be May 9th at 1. And we'll get him on and see if he wants to talk then.
Thank you.
All right. Looks like they've already moved on. This next one's the last one, I believe, isn't it? Daniels?
I was just putting in my notes for Stephen and was going to look, so I don't know the answer to that.
It is the last one.
Thanks, Sherry.
You're welcome.
All right, Judge and everybody, William Daniels is here.
Oh, Mr. Daniels, looks like you have been charged with petty larceny and disorderly conduct, two different occurrences. We have your attorney here, the public defender, who's gonna speak with you in a breakout room here in a second. Right now, he's on the phone, so we'll give him a second.
No, we're good to move
Oh, we're
forward.
good to move? Okay, so let the gentleman there that just handed you the headset know that they're gonna put you in a breakout room real quick, okay?
They're gonna put me in a breakout room.
Judge, I think we have a resolution on this matter.
Okay,
Judge, the city has offered to plead guilty to the petty larceny, dismiss the disorderly conduct in exchange for 10 days in jail. Judge, he's been in since February, so he's already served his time, so no fines, no costs, time served. I've advised my client that he has the right to refuse that plea offer, to come into our office, review all the evidence and discovery, has the right to set it for trial. At that trial, he'd have our office's assistant in preparing for that trial, as well as the right to subpoena witnesses, the right to testify or choose not to testify, and the right to appeal. He's also indicated that he's doing this of his own free will without any force or coercion, and he's waiving all of his rights today in order to take that plea.
all right. Mr. Daniels, you heard what your attorney had to say. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Hutton, that's your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
All right, and it's your desire to plead guilty today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're pleading guilty to the one count of petty larceny, dismissing the disorderly. I'll accept your plea. Sentence you to, I believe it was 10 days, but you've served that time, no costs or probation, so you'll be released today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, good luck.
Well, thank you.
All right, Judge, we made it.
All right.
Barely.
Yeah, it happens. Sherry, are you there? This is not for everybody else. I need to update
I'm here.
Sherry. Hey, after the 7 o'clock email went out, Christopher Wilson, no, my bad. Malcolm Robertson, Roberson, date of birth 6/21/1994. He's got 2 KCK warrants, and that's all I see. Could you just kind of ease something over for the judge, and maybe we could get that knocked out?
Sure, I'll give
Okay.
some to him.
Okay, thanks
Gotcha.
all. Have a
Are we
good
done then?
weekend.
All right, have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye-bye. You all
Bye-bye.
too.